welcome to paradise. Aiea, Hawaii, just outside of Honolulu and the home of the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. A tremendous setting and a spectacular game that we have in store. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Arizona will kick off to get things underway. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Hawaii's offense will get the first crack at it here. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
Yeah, and he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. The Rainbow Warriors moving quickly to the line. Looking to pass on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him along the sideline, and the foot is clearly down for the catch, and they'll move the chains. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Rainbow Warriors line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So the Arizona Wildcats offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He'll keep it himself. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he gets a
off he goes. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Arizona.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished things off racing 53 yards for 6. And here's the return. And the returner goes down. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The Rainbow Warriors want to pick up the tempo.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in your pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. A strike downfield. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just screen.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy, because he is going to sack you.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
It is so beautiful when I get you behind the sticks in guaranteed passing situations, because guess what? I don't have to fire off and play run. I'm going and getting the quarterback and getting him on the ground. That's where defensive linemen live.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want, because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Slips through the line, and he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now, because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just...
And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I really like this QB running the football, because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long, you bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. You get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense. The offense moved, but it was because the defender jumped into the neutral zone, and the offense will pick up the 5. That penalty helps some, but it's still 3rd and long. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Arizona moving the ball quickly down the field. Looking downfield, it's Marshall. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Jean-Pierre. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And the Rainbow Warriors are in the hurry-up.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Four wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Snagged in the middle, it's Meyer. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Finds his man down the middle. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection. Couldn't get anything done on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Fires complete on the crosser. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Offense getting set for first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw. Looking down the middle. Touchdown, Hawaii! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to throw, it's Marshall. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. On the move at the 30. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver shows motion. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it.
Holding, offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds a man on the left. Afterburner's coming. The 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Arizona.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Rainbow Warriors will hustle to the line. Off play action. Quick strike complete. You better be aware that stiff arm's coming. He gave him the business end of it and gets it out to the 14. A third and long coming up here. He'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete on third down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. And they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Here's the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, going up top. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce. The offense pounces back.
The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Steps away to find some room. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O's. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Second down coming up.
Wants to fire on second down. Quickly complete. Shakes off the tackle. The Rainbow Warriors want to move quickly. Give to the running back. Crosses the 30. He's got pick up the first down. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To move it through the air. He finds his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Rainbow Warriors are threatening in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He makes a grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He wants it all. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. The play action fake. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Hold on just a second. Down. Let's see what's up with that. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty's going to give the offense a first down. The give to the left side. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Off the play fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Simon. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's 3rd and goal. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. Powers forward. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back looking for help. He's got great speed. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Wildcats. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. So that one will put his name in the record books. You can't have a longer return in college football. 100 yards for 6. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Power football with the run. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Number 17 in punt formation to kick it away.
Makes a move. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, nice to see you actually showed up for today's broadcast in paradise, given all there is to do there in Honolulu. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number 1 for that opposing sideline. And with that, let's say aloha once again to the guys inside Aloha Stadium.
Kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. To the air, it's Marshall. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Arizona comes out with another first down. He'll just keep slinging it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk, and that pass is intercepted. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back for its own. So you come out of the locker room for the second half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room, you sort of regroup, and you start thinking about how you're going to attack this defense, what adjustments you're going to make. You feel like you got a good plan running out of the locker room, and then to throw a pick right away, man, that is a gut punch.
Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tom.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Pressure coming. He's going to take off. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The Rainbow Warriors racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
And the Rainbow Warriors will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. Dropping back, it's Marshall. Close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it and fires to the left. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The Wildcats have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now the play fake. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Offense.
Possessions making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Rainbow Warriors want to crank the tempo. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, this defense has a 3-possession lead at this point. You're seeing how dominant they are up front. They have done such a good job recruiting D-linemen, linebackers, guys that can blitz. They've got speed. They've found guys in the portal. They've recruited guys out of high school, and they are just eating right now.
And the Rainbow Warriors will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He gets a block. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. It's a reverse. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll try to pop the draw. Still running at the 40. The expressway is wide open. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the catch, and he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They've converted third downs all day long, and now a chance to get a touchdown on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Touchdown, Arizona! And the pummeling has started.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
Lining up for the PAT.
For the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Arizona 42, Hawaii 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. A first down for the offense. Wide out in motion. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He looks that one in nicely. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. On second down, he'll let it fly. He's got it. They make the stop, but the sweet pull and catch is plenty to give him a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. He's looking to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Myers. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Man, I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. He's looking downfield to throw, getting some heat. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Dropping back, it's Whitaker. Makes the grab down the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. He's got it on the run. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And the Wildcats are threatening on 1st and goal.
Neutrals on your infraction. Defense.
The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Trying to barge their way in. Touchdown, Arizona! And the beatdown has ensued.
Arizona.
Yeah, and how about this offense, man? Putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game one, they've done a phenomenal job.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
49, Hawaii, 14.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete. The Rainbow Warriors send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Offense set on 1st down. They go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line.
2nd down coming up.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Coming after him. And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. The back goes in motion. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last 2 plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
Arizona runs out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
They'll run the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. Trying to convert this 2nd and short. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Meyer. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Looking to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Looking to the big tight end. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
No stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Might as well give it to him again. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.